a very clear need for anyone, regardless of their new in business or experienced in business, but particularly for those of us who are more understand that the weathering of the storm and the seasons of business are constantly playing out. The sun's not out every single day. It's not sunny all day, every day. Sometimes it's night, sometimes it's winter, sometimes there's a drought, right? Those of us who have an audience and have experience of any kind, I believe, have a responsibility to actually share more behind the scenes truths. And this is where my Behind the Business blog series came from, that I'm in the middle of writing right now, is lifting up the curtain behind the scenes and showing some of the more real life stuff that's going on. Because even, as you said, 7-figure businesses, they've got 7-figure wage bills that go out every week. And they too sometimes got to borrow from their credit card or take out of the tax savings account in order to make that payroll, even if they're a 7-figure business, right? It's just 7-figure dramas instead. Same thing. And yeah, so I've seen now that the response I got back from putting out that very vulnerable blog post that I was very scared of getting trolled on, to be honest, has shown me just how critical we have this level of responsibility to all be a bit more honest and a bit more real. And this, I think, highlights a much more serious responsibility that we all hold to not just share the highlight reels, to not just show the glory and the results and the outcomes of what can come from persistent hard work, but also to show that it is a forever up and down journey, and that one day it's going to be raining, and one day it's going to be cold, and one day there's going to be a drought, and one day there's going to be sunshine, and one day we're all going to be out in the park having a picnic with our friends, and then the next minute we're going to be picking flowers, and the next minute it's going to be a massive whacking great storm that's going to come down and kick over our basket. And that is the reality of the every single day of it all. And if we, when we see somebody getting attacked online, instead of blindly believing what's said and getting involved in the drama, instead just taking a step back and going, there's probably more to the story here. Perhaps go and research both parties. Perhaps reach out to the person who's getting slammed and say, hey, are you okay? Perhaps if we are all a tiny bit nicer to each other and realize that we are all equally human beings, experiencing equally savage human emotions and equally suffocating pressures to survive and to be and to deliver and serve to those who depend on us at home and out there in the big wide world, perhaps, just perhaps, we all have a little bit more in common with one another than we realize. And the world's going to be a heck of a lot easier for all of us if we just stop and go, hey, are you okay? It's going to change everything.